Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my fitness journey and what I've gone through over my entire life to try to help people and maybe inspire them to inspire and to help people to get better. I don't know. Like physically, maybe if you are unhealthy and you want to get somewhere, or maybe you're just don't have any motivation to do it and you just like really want to get started with your health journey. That's why I'm here, to help you guys out. I'm not doing very good. So I guess my journey starts from the time I'm about 7 or 8-ish, I'm not really sure, somewhere around there. I became, I think, 7. Yeah, it was 7. I just turned 7. So I became a competitive cheerleader, and I did this until I was 15, so about 8 years or so. I was a competitive cheerleader, very high level, and I was working out every single day, like, every single day for 8 years, pretty much. And so I was tiny, first of all. I mean, I was 15, 16, and I wasn't even 5 foot yet. Like, I was 4'8". Like, I was tiny, and I had like perfect abs and like this perfect body for like, as perfect as a person, like a 16-year-old that looks like she's 8 could be. Makes sense. But so basically from that time I was just fit, and I didn't really think about my body. I mean, every once in a while I did, because I was like, why don't I look like these girls my age? Why do I look like I was in a show for musical theater, and even though I was 16, they put me with the 8-year-olds because I looked like I was 8. And like, nobody knew. My current boyfriend, we were talking about it. He didn't know I existed because he thought I was 8, even though I'm only a year younger than him. Not even, no, a little over a year. Little over a year younger than him. And he thought I was 8. So, I looked beyond the point. Basically, I was very fit. I was working out every single day. I was very flexible because I had to be, because, competitive cheerleading. And so I never really had a lot of problems with my actual body, besides me wanting to look more my age, And then I quit cheer and I did musical theater, and nothing really changed at this point. I still looked the same. I started losing muscle mass, obviously, because I stopped working out every single day. That's what happened. But I mean, nothing ever really bothered me at this point. Then I finally hit puberty. Finally grew. I'm 5'4" now, so I'm like average size. And then at this point, I lost all my muscle mass, and it all had to go somewhere. So it all turned to fat, and I was 140, just about 140 pounds. I wasn't anywhere near, like, I would say fat or like unhealthy. I was still in an average weight for my age and everything, and so my doctor saw no concern. But for me, this created a very big problem, because I have the worst relationship with food, pretty much up until like, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 ago. I had a horrible relationship with food and well, I still do, but we'll get to that later. So, I would just eat and eat and eat constantly. I'm a binge eater, so I just like the sensation of feeling me, like I have a bunch of chips, and I like the sensation of taking a chip and putting it in my mouth and doing that over and over and over again. That's what I like to do. That's what I like. I don't know, it's satisfying. Even if like the food isn't that great, I will keep eating it, just because I just like the sensation of just having something to put in my mouth and just doing that over and over and over again. I mean, but then, I would just eat horrible. Like, I was a person, I could eat, when I was younger and I was working out all the time, I could eat a whole pizza by myself, no problem, and it wouldn't really matter. But at this point, I still wanted to eat a whole pizza by myself, but I couldn't do it anymore, because when I did that, I would just gain so much weight, to the point where I would look in the mirror and I would hate myself. And I would tell myself, I'm not good. Why don't I look like these girls, why don't I look like everyone else my age? Why am I not skinnier? Why am I not blah, 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 blah? Like, I hated so much about my body. And from the time I was 16 until now, I'm almost 19. I've struggled with this, and I've struggled with not having any confidence in my body, and like, it's really hard, you know, because I would wake up every single day, and I would wish that I was another person. I would wish that I didn't look like me. I would want to change just about everything I could about my body, you know, and everybody has their things, you know, like the things here and there, like, you know, maybe it's their stomach, or your boobs, or your thighs, or your face, your nose, you know, I don't know, it's different for everyone. But for me, it was everything about myself. I wanted to, like, completely be a new person. I would wake up in the morning, and I would just bawl, because I had hoped that when I, like, woke up, I would be a different person. It was terrible. It was a terrible mindset. And just because of who I am as a person, my mind has a lot of control over me, and that's something I've been figuring out over the past few months. And so even if I know in my heart something isn't true, if my mind thinks one thing, that's it. So, like, I just hated myself. Like, even 2 days ago, I still was struggling. I was still struggling with this, and it's a process. I'm still going through my journey, you know, as is everyone else, but I just still feel like I should share this with you, even though I'm not complete. I'm not done where I am. So, I was 16. I gained much weight. I was about 140. I mean, I knew I gained weight. I knew I was, like, I wasn't heavy. I knew I was still pretty small for my weight, you know? But I was average. I was average size. I knew that. Basically, what happened, I didn't really care much about my weight and everything like that. And so I was about 140-ish. That was about the heaviest I've ever been. And then, I don't remember exactly what, I joined cheer again about probably 17 at the time. I joined cheer again for a few months, and I lost about 15 pounds. So, you know, I was about 125, somewhere around there. And at that point, when I lost all that weight, that's when I realized how much weight I had gained and how much I hated that. So even though that wasn't a problem, that big of a problem before, it created this huge thing for me that was like, it was awful. I quit cheer to do a musical, obviously, because that's my life now. But so I quit cheer to do this musical, and I started gaining weight back. I mean, I was still tiny at this point. Like, I was still very small, but I gained maybe 5 pounds. So I was 130 at this point, and I despised myself. Like, it was awful. Like, I hated myself so much, and I just didn't want to be me. I didn't want to be, I don't know, I just wanted to wake up and being a different body. It was horrible. It was a terrible, terrible time. Like, I would cry about it every night, but I didn't know what to do because I am a very lazy person. I hate working out, and I don't know why. I hate it so much. I hate doing it, and I hated eating better. I'm a very, very, very picky person, and I've been that way since I was very young. And so, and for me, taste is a big thing for me, but also texture is too. So if something has a weird texture and I don't like it, I won't eat it. Like, I will throw up. Like, I don't try to. Like, about 6 months ago, I tried to eat a salad, and I threw it up within 5 minutes of actually eating it. Like, it was bad. And I don't mean to. I don't try to. You know, in my mind, I want to eat this. I want to eat better. I want to be healthier. But for some reason, my body rejects it. And I don't really know why, but I mean, still figuring it out. So, I'm just a very picky person, and, you know, it was just really hard for me. So I didn't want to eat better. I didn't want to work out, but I didn't want to gain the weight. And so, by the time I was 17 to about 18-ish, I had started to not completely starve myself. I would eat breakfast in the morning because my parents or my grandparents would take me, so I had to eat it so they saw me. But then I would completely skip lunch, and then maybe eat something small for dinner, or tell my parents I'm not hungry and not eat dinner, you know, when I could. So I was maybe eating one tiny meal a day, and it was really bad. And, you know, I was tired all the time. I was extremely depressed, and like, at this point, this is a point in my life where I started getting suicidal, which this is a completely different video. I'll talk about this later. But I was depressed, I was suicidal, I hated myself so much. I had so much dysphoria with my body. And it was just a really bad place for me to be, like, in my life. Just in my whole mindset was just really, really bad. I was very negative. I was crying every single day. It was just a really, really bad time in my life. So my boyfriend and I had started dating, and we had been dating for about 4 months, and I decided I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to live like this. So we decided to do meal prepping, and we did all this stuff and working out, and I did it for maybe a week or two, and then I stopped. And then, you know, I just went back to eating whatever I wanted. I gained more weight. I was probably 135 at the time. And, you know, I still hated myself. I still hated myself every single day. Then at this point, I starved myself a little bit more over, this is about the summertime. I starved myself a bit more. This time I would do it for days. And then it got to the point where I just wasn't hungry anymore, so I just wouldn't eat. So it just, I lost a bunch of weight. I was about 125 again, so I say 10 pounds. I was 125 again. I started eating again. I kept the weight off for a while, and then I started fluctuating again. And at this point, I joined my gym. And so I got a membership at Planet Fitness, and I started going to the gym. My boyfriend and I went, you know, we would go once, twice a week, sometimes, something like that. And we would go and we would work out together. And then, you know, this was really good for me. It was good for me mentally, it was good for me physically. Wintertime, like just a little bit past our anniversary. So our anniversary is in November. So sometime around there, like late November, early December, I got my gym membership. We went to the gym. I lost the weight back, 125, and then we stopped, and then like we would go, so what happened was I would have my vocal lessons on Tuesday, and my gym, when I was coming home from my vocal lessons, my gym was like, I passed it, so my boyfriend and I would meet up and we'd go to the gym, and that's what we would usually do. But at this point, we were like, we're tired, I've had all day at school, I'm tired, he's been working all day. So we would just get to the point where we would just sit in the car and we would just cuddle or talk or eat and do whatever. And we wouldn't actually go to the gym. We would just sit in the parking lot of the gym and just stare at it, or, you know, I don't know, just kind of hang out and not actually work out. And then we would go get food, like something really bad, and I would get like this huge meal, like Panera or something like that. Like really bad fast food, and then we would eat it, and that would be it. And I gained the weight back, and so I was 135 again. And I was 135, and then suddenly I lost all the weight. I don't really know why or remember really why, but I just suddenly started losing weight, and I was 125 again. And so I stayed at 125 for a while, and even though I would obviously fluctuate, because, you know, that's what your body does, that's very normal, but I would fluctuate, but I never really got over 130, so it never really bothered me. And then at this point, so this is about February, March-ish, I stopped caring about what the scale said. At this point, I just cared about how I looked and how I felt, which was first a very good thing for me because it helped me to move past this mindset that if I was over a certain weight, I was too heavy or something bad would happen. It was just how I felt, which was very, very good for me, first of all. And so I stopped caring about the scale, and I just cared about how I felt, how I looked. I stopped caring about the scale, and I just cared about how I looked. And so for a really long time, my weight didn't really, like, from what I know, it kind of just stayed the same. Like, I didn't really fluctuate much, and like, obviously I was bloated by the end of the day, because that's normal, and that's what the human body does. But like, I didn't really care so much, and then to me, from what I felt like, I wasn't gaining weight, I was doing okay, and like, I was actually very, very happy with myself at this point. And this went up until a week and a half ago. Just about a week and a half ago, I went to Alabama with my boyfriend and his family, and he comes from a family of sticks. Like, literally all of them are like this big around. Like, not even joking, they're tiny. And so with me, I have a very athletic build, I have a womanly body, I have curves. And so it's been really, until yesterday really, it was really hard for me to grasp that no matter how much I want to look like other people, I will never look like them because I don't have their body. I don't have their body types. I would have to legitimately remove a few of my ribs if I want to have their body. Like, I would have to completely change my bone structure if I wanted to look like these people. So I came to terms with that yesterday, which makes it, I don't know. So I've had that thought in my head, but like what would happen, I would go through these cycles where I would be happy with my body, and then I'd be like, oh wait, I will never look like these people, so I just need to be happy with what I look like, because I'm happy with how my stomach looks, how whatever looks, you know? And so I was like, I'm okay at this point, and I just have to know that I will never look at these other people because I don't have their body types. It is like physically impossible for me to look like them, and so instead of being unhappy with my body because it doesn't look like theirs, I need to be happy with my body because I feel good and I feel healthy and I feel like I'm in a good place. And I've gone through these cycles where I would think that for a few weeks, and then I would have this huge crash where I just hated myself, I hated my body, I hated everything about it, and I would just cry for days on end. It was really, really bad. And so, I mean, I did this yesterday. And so when I did this yesterday, I was like, I need to stop. This isn't good. This is really bad for me mentally, physically. It was just a really, really, really bad place. And so yesterday I saw this post on Instagram, and it was basically like, the people we see on social media, they don't actually look like that. It's just based on angles, and you have good angles, you have bad angles, and like they position themselves in a way that they look better than they do in person because that is a good angle for them. The way they take these pictures makes them look like completely different people, make them look skinnier, makes them maybe have a bigger butt, or I don't know, whatever they do, because I don't know how to do whatever they do to make themselves look better, you know? And I would see these pictures, and they would just make me hate myself because I wanted to be these people that I would like, I know I can't be them, but I would just forget that, and it was really, 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 really bad. So yesterday I saw that post basically about how it's all a lie, and like the stigma around social media and these people, and like it's all fake, and we spend all day like scrolling through our feeds and comparing ourselves to these people that aren't even being true. You know, they're photoshopping, they're using different lighting or different angles to make themselves look like not how they look in person. And we see these pictures and they make us hate ourselves and hate our bodies. But like, that's just, it's really a horrible place. It's a horrible mindset for people. I forgot what I was saying. Social media creates this place where we see all these people and we see their bodies and we see how they look and we want to be them. We want their lifestyles, we want their bodies, we want their clothes, and I know that's something I definitely want, but besides the point. We see these people and we want to be them, we want to look like them, but most of it isn't true, because online we create this persona of ourselves. You only show people what you want them to see. And so people are going, when you look at these people on Instagram with, you know, lots of followers, the people with the perfect bodies, or like who travel everywhere, they only show you the things that they want you to see, the things that they know people will want to see, just the good sides of themselves. So they'll show themselves in good angles. They'll show themselves, you know, I don't know. It's just, we compare ourselves to these people online when we only see half of their life. We only see half of what is actually truth and what is reality, you know? And like, it's really bad for our mindsets, and it really affects not just me. I know it affects everyone. It affects so many people, and so I feel like it's something that we need to talk about. We need to share with each other our own journeys with our own bodies. We just need to remember that the things we see online aren't really true, and that we shouldn't compare ourselves to these other people, that we need to learn to be happy with ourselves, because like most of us will never look like these models on Instagram, will never look like these other people, and as much as it sucks to hear, as much as it sucks to admit to yourself, it is true, because everyone's built differently. Beauty is different for everyone, and so nobody's going to fit in this cookie cutter model shape that we all want. And you know, and it sucks to hear that, it sucks to admit it to yourself, but I mean, it's the truth. It's just something that we need to all learn to deal with and to accept with ourselves, so that we can work on making ourselves better, either if that's like, you know, better mentally, physically, I don't know. Yeah, I just basically wanted to talk about the fact that everybody's body is different, and we need to learn to be happy with ourselves. Our bodies are just so amazing. They do so much for us, you know? Like, I won't even go into it, but just like even like on the tiniest scale, what our bodies do for us and what our bodies are capable of are amazing, you know? And we need to focus on that. And yeah, that's just basically what I wanted to talk about. And you know, like, at this point, I am trying to eat better and to work out more regularly, because it's something that I want to do for myself. And even though at this point I'm happy with my body and I'm happy where I am, I still want to be a healthier person. And so for me, I am going through this new fitness journey and through this new health journey because it will make me happier and make me feel better and feel more energized, and just it'll be good for me personally. But everybody's different and everybody needs different things, and everybody's body is just completely different. And that's just the point I want to make here, is that nobody is going to look the same, and so you shouldn't hate your body because of what one person looks like. You know, you shouldn't be in that mindset, because it's stupid. Like, it really is. And you know now, I have dealt with it for years, and it was just such a waste of time, where I could have been progressing myself and getting better, but I was just stuck in this loop of just something so stupid and so trivial, because it really wasn't worth it ever. And like, I should have been using that time to try to eat better, to try to work out more, instead of just hating myself and feeling pity and eating more, because that's what I did, you know. And so I just want to make this video to tell you guys out there that you guys don't have to go through the same thing that I did, you know, and you don't have to go through all of the hard times that I had to go through because of something that really doesn't matter, you know. At the end of the day, it's what we put into our body and what our body does for us that is the most important thing. And so, yeah. So yeah, just love yourself. Try to, you know, if you want to do it, try to work out more, eat better if that's what you want to do. If you don't, that's fine. It's your body, your choice. Do what you want. Just do what makes you happy. And don't be unhappy with your body because of things that don't matter. That's basically the point I'm trying to make, you know? So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this helped you, or maybe inspired you to work out more, because I mean, it's hard, and I get it, you know. I already said it before. It's really hard to get that motivation to work out, to eat healthier, to change your lifestyle, you know. But I'm just saying, do what you want for yourself and what will make you happy. Yeah, so thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.